Every single night, in living rooms and bedrooms across the world, a small ritual plays out in near silence. Your dog walks to their spot. They pause, and then they begin to turn. Slow, deliberate circles, round and round, before finally lowering themselves down with a quiet exhale. It happens in millions of homes. You've probably seen it so many times that your eyes have learned to glide right past it. It's just what dogs do, right? But have you ever stopped? Really stopped, and wondered why? Not in the passing way we wonder about things, but genuinely. Why that turning? Why those specific circles? Why does it feel almost ceremonial? Because it turns out that quiet little ritual carries the weight of thousands of years, and the reason behind it is far more fascinating and far more tender than most people ever realize. Long before your dog had a cushioned bed, a fleece blanket, or a warm corner of your couch, their ancestors navigated a world that was unpredictable, dangerous, and often cold. In the wild, before domestication reshaped everything, a dog's sleeping place wasn't given, it was made. Every single rest required preparation. Tall grass, tangled brush, uneven ground. The wild ancestor would circle and trample the area beneath them, flattening the surface, checking for hidden threats, displacing insects or small creatures that might disturb sleep. That circling motion also had a thermal purpose. Compressing vegetation created a more insulated nest, retaining body warmth through cold nights. And the turning itself served as a final environmental scan, a slow, primal survey of the perimeter before surrendering to sleep's vulnerability. Think about that for a moment. Every rotation was a form of preparation. Every circle said, I'm checking this place is safe. I'm making this place mine, and only then will I let my guard down. That ancient code, refine, it across tens of thousands of years, didn't vanish when dogs came inside. It just redirected. The instinct remained. Only the landscape changed. When your dog begins those deliberate, methodical loops before settling, what you're witnessing is that preparation sequence still running, almost perfectly intact. The grass is gone. The threat of predators is gone. But the body hasn't gotten that memo. The instinct fires anyway, because instinct doesn't wait for permission from logic. Your dog's nervous system is completing a sequence it was built to complete, and there's something quietly remarkable about watching something so ancient play out on a memory foam dog bed. If your dog circles 2 or 3 times, smooth, unhurried, and then simply lies down, that's the behavior in its most relaxed form. It signals a dog who feels genuinely settled. They're not anxious, not hypervigilant. They're running the old program on low. The environment, and your presence in it, has already done the work of reassurance. The circles are almost perfunctory at that point, a habit the body insists on, even when the heart is already calm. Then there's the dog who circles with more intensity, pawing at blankets, nosing pillows sideways, turning 5 or 6 times before they finally drop. You might think this is restlessness or even anxiety, and occasionally, if it's a new behavior paired with other signs, it's worth a conversation with your vet. But for most dogs, in most contexts, this is simply a dog with a stronger instinctual drive. Some dogs inherited a more robust version of this ancient script. Their ancestors were perhaps more thorough preparers, and that thoroughness got passed down. It's not distress, it's diligence. But here's where it gets really interesting. The direction of the circling may actually be influenced by geomagnetic fields. Researchers studying canine elimination behavior found that dogs show a preference for aligning themselves along a north-south axis during certain physical behaviors. And some scientists believe this same magnetic sensitivity may subtly influence how dogs orient before lying down. Your dog might be, without knowing it, calibrating to the earth itself. Which is, honestly, one of the more extraordinary things I've learned about a creature I thought I already understood. You might have also noticed the one-turn wonder, the dog who barely circles at all. One slow rotation, a survey of the room, and down they go. This isn't a dog who skipped the program. It's often a dog for whom the program triggers almost instantly because their sense of safety reaches the threshold so quickly. In deeply secure dogs, those with strong, consistent bonds and calm environments, the check can be almost symbolic. The world has already been confirmed safe before the body even asks the question. And then there's the circle that happens in your spot, your side of the couch, your end of the bed, the chair you always sit in. Your dog isn't confused about where they sleep. They know. But circling in your space, with your scent layered into every fiber, is something specific. It's not a territorial claim. It's comfort-seeking apt in the oldest behavior they know. They're not just settling into a place. They're settling into you, in the only way available when you're not there. Now, there's something most owners don't realize about this behavior. and it lives underneath the evolutionary explanation, deeper than instinct. It's about trust. Specifically, it's about the choice to be vulnerable and where your dog makes that choice. Sleep is the most exposed state any animal enters. In sleep, all the defenses go quiet. Awareness narrows. Response time drops. For a creature whose ancestors had to survive that exposure, choosing where to sleep was never casual. It was a declaration of faith in a place. When your dog circles in your presence, in your room, beside your feet, they are not simply running an ancient program. They are completing it here, in this room, near you. The sequence finishes, and the conclusion is, this is safe enough. And the thing that made it safe enough is often, in large part, you. Researchers studying dog-human attachment have noted that dogs in secure bonds show measurably lower cortisol levels when resting near their person. Their heart rate slows, their breathing deepens. The physical body reflects what the emotional body has concluded, that this is a still point in a moving world. That is not a small thing. That is an animal choosing you as its certainty. Know that when you watch your dog complete that circle and settle with a sigh, you are seeing the fullest expression of their comfort. You did that. Your presence, your consistency, your warmth made that possible. The circle ends, and what remains is peace, and that peace has your name written all over it. And here's something fascinating. This isn't a one-directional exchange. The benefits flow both ways. Studies on human-animal co-resting show that people who sleep near their dogs report lower levels of perceived stress and, in some cases, measurably reduced cortisol levels. Researchers call this social sleep synchrony, the alignment of rest states between bonded individuals, and it doesn't just happen between humans. It happens across species when the bond is genuine. Your dog's deep, settled breathing beside you isn't just pleasant background noise. It's physiologically regulating you as much as your presence regulates them. And this is the part that surprised researchers. Even during sleep, dogs maintain a low level of environmental monitoring, not anxiously, watchfully, the way a good companion does. An unfamiliar sound in the house, a shift in your breathing, a change in the room. Your dog registers these things even in rest and responds to what matters. You have someone keeping gentle watch even in the quiet hours, and they chose that post. They chose it, turned in their ancient circles, and decided, here. So what is your dog telling you when they circle before lying down? They're telling you that they have checked this place and found it worthy. They're telling you that their body, still running software written thousands of years ago, has reached its conclusion. And its conclusion is safety, comfort, home. They are telling you, in the oldest, quietest language they have, that they choose you. And honestly, after a long day, when you watch that small ritual play out, the slow turns, the settled exhale, the way they curl into themselves like something finally at rest, that's a remarkable thing to be chosen as. Not loudly, not dramatically, just steadily and for always. Thanks for watching. If you loved learning about your furry best friend, be sure to like and subscribe for more.